What is up, everyone? It is Wealth Coach Monroe, and I am here to share with you guys my step-by-step blueprint for building $1 million launch pad for your business. Every single time that I am ever setting up a launch for myself, for my students, for my clients, I use the same blueprint. And why? Because it's worked over and over again for the last 10 years. I recently added some flavor to it last year when I went viral on TikTok because I followed a simple framework um, for a few days. So it was 5 days actually. And when I utilized that framework, my TikTok took off and it put it was like putting gasoline on my wildfire and how I do my blueprints. And then, we have the clubhouse as well, but we're going to stick to this blueprint today. And I'm going to share this with you guys so you can get the foundation laid. You don't have to be some insane professional. You can literally start this if you're just interested in something. You can start with this blueprint to build your business with a foundation that's cash flowing, which is so important because people will spend so much money on infrastructure. They'll go get loans, they'll go into debt to try and facilitate breakthrough for their family. But you can do that by simply following this framework, and it's absolutely free for you guys to do this work. Where you don't have the money to put in, you can put the time and the effort. And I promise you, if you do this, you will experience breakthrough in your reality. You will get the results because it's time tested and proven over and over again. So we're going to get started. Step one, build a niche community on Facebook. Okay. After a decade of experience, I've found that the best starting point is to create a niche community on Facebook. This will be the foundation of your business. This process is super simple. You simply create a Facebook group. You're going to go through the process of setting up your membership questions. You're going to set your group to private. You're going to go ahead and get yourself, you can use Canva for a graphic to create the graphic that is your, I think it's called your hero image on your group. And then once you're done with that, you go through the Facebook search feature, go to groups, and then just search the niche, like the keyword for your niche. And you're going to use that keyword. You're going to go and join other Facebook groups that are rocking and rolling in the same niche that you have. What I want you to do while you're in there is I want you to save a list of 100 different posts that are doing well in these communities. Okay. So one, save a list of the communities. Two, save some of the posts that are doing really well. I want you to take time. You can either rewrite those or you can throw them in ChatGPT, have ChatGPT change them up a little bit so you can get your own algorithm going with your own type of content. You're going to go ahead and go into your Facebook community. You're going to schedule those posts. Boom, 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 boom. You're going to like find viral posts. Literally, this is the best way to do this. Get them scheduled out in your post for the next 100 days. Boom, you're done. You've got a post a day. Now, the next phase that you're going to be going into is my favorite part, which is connecting with thought leaders in your space. So I have a few different statuses that I use in Facebook communities to help facilitate me building relationships with thought leaders in space. And when I say thought leaders, it's people who have like pioneered the space. They're in the groups, they're sharing information. You can tell they know what they're talking about. They have a lot to say. And the cool thing about people that have a lot to say and that have things put together is that means that you do not have to have a lot to say and that you do not have to be all the way put together. So I connect with these thought leaders. I throw up a status. There's one status I really like to use. You guys have probably seen it, but it said, hey, if you could talk for 45 minutes about anything, what would you talk about? I throw that up, right, in niche specific groups. So say we're talking about sustainable living and gardening. Okay. We go through the process of throwing that up in one of those groups. All those people are going to be niche specific, but have different things that they're talking about in that area you're wanting to grow your group about. So I engage with those thought leaders in the niche. I engage with those thought leaders in that niche, and then I host interviews with those people. So I go through the process of bringing those people onto a Zoom meeting. I interview them. I ask them questions. I make sure that I know these people. So this nurtures your audience and it adds value. To maximize the impact, master your interview framework and thoroughly research your interviewees to extract the most valuable insights. So for me personally, when I'm doing my research and I say these people can talk about this stuff, I check out their profile. I go through and I see what they're posting the most about. I check out if they have any offers, if they have an affiliate program, and then I have an outreach message that I shoot them. I always add them right off the post in the group. So I throw the post up, I'll add them, I'll engage in conversation there so they know who I am. I'll show you guys how to optimize your Facebook group or your Facebook profile so that people want to engage with you so that they feel like you're someone that they want to know. And then if you do this process, you start putting these people into your Facebook list and you build your relationship with them. You ask them, hey, can I get you on an interview sometime for my community? They always say yes, okay? Because it's an opportunity for them to share what they're doing, share their insights, whatever. And if you architect your interviews properly, you can gain the most valuable insights. I personally have a step-by-step framework I use to do my interviews. I have a blueprint that I do for outreach for these people. And then I usually use the questions that I'm doing in those interviews to curate the content for my group that's based off of my content calendar, so that I can take those video recording and put it into little snippets for like reels and things like that. So that's step 2, okay? Step 3, you're going to create community-based assets based off of those interviews. So gather feedback from your community after each session and sell access to the recordings for a low ticket. Okay. This is where all the money is made. And mind you, you do not have to have a whole offer built out. You don't have to have a brick and mortar business. You don't have to have business licensing and everything else in the world. That's just, you're just like, I want to see if I can even be successful in this space, right? So you're in your niche. You've got the people that are there. It's called third-party validation. You're bringing in all these people who are expert in the space that you haven't even shared about, right? So people are sitting there with anticipation because they're so excited that you shared this information with them, that you're getting them on these super valuable webinars or these super valuable meetings, right? Or these super valuable podcast episodes. And then you're like, would you like access to this valuable session for a really low ticket? I swear to you guys, and I should have put my, I am gonna actually add that, but I should have put my conversion for the first time that I did this with my TikTok traffic, what we're gonna talk about in a second. Oh, hold on, baby's crying. We'll be right back. Let me see if I can pause the recording. Okay, so you're probably gonna hear some baby noises, and I put the recording back on because she is over here feeding, but this is all about being a mom and being able to do whatever the heck I want all the time, right? So, we were talking about creating our community-based assets. We're gathering feedback from our community in each session, and then we're selling access to that recording. You guys, this is so huge for starting the baseline revenue of your business. You okay? Mm-hmm. Okay, baseline revenue of your business. And I was talking to you guys about like when I first implemented TikTok on top of doing this process. And we would, when we use the series that I'm going to share with you in the next video on TikTok, we were only on TikTok for 15 days doing this process to just get the leads going. My group grew to 12, my Facebook group grew to 12K. Okay. I have 1,500 pending memberships. And we made $70,000 that weekend for our first class that we held. And I did the same thing. I brought on an expert to share. They were talking about things that I had shared in my TikTok videos that were going viral. And we converted 70K over that weekend and over 120,000 in that 30-day period. And so this process is how you go through and you build out your assets based off of the feedback you get. Okay. So people are going to be asking questions in those groups. They're going to be asking questions. We'll talk about the TikTok stuff in the next one. But when they ask those questions, answer those and create guidebooks with that, study guides, create ebooks, create mini videos, create reels from your webinars. And those things are what blows up your content. We can go to my TikTok after we get through this and I'll show you one of my TikTok videos that I literally was just listening to class. I shared script over the class. The audio was the educator's audio. I'm just sitting there with my face in it. And then people are like, how, right? So that's when we get to the process of setting up our first marketing funnel through TikTok. Now that we've got our foundation laid, we've got our community set up. We've got some people from Facebook, right, that are experts in their space that we're bringing into our community and educating the community. We're building content to help people understand. You guys, that's simple as vocabulary words, okay? People don't even know the vocabulary in the space, but they're really interested. And then we launch our 28-part video series. So this was one of the things that I haven't altered my blueprint in years, but last year when I was finally brave enough, right, to get on TikTok, I went through the process of a 5-day challenge. And I did this 28-part video series. And then I just started going and answering questions in the comments and my stuff went viral. I am still viral to this day. This photo says 309,000 likes. I'm at multiple millions of likes now on my TikTok. And this strategy can help you go viral and attract a larger audience. You take this area, once you have 1,000 followers on TikTok, which we can do in 48 hours together if you follow my blueprint, you can go live on TikTok. And so as I was doing these videos, they were driving people to my profile. People are going, and I'm saying at the end, I'm just saying a simple call to action at the end of every video. Join the Facebook group link in my bio. You guys can see that here, right? There's a Facebook group. That they're going to the Facebook group, they're clicking, they're answering the membership questions. This is building my list, which we'll talk about in the next slide. And then people were coming in my group. They were super excited to engage. And because I had utilized a simple viral call to action blueprint, everyone was always commenting over and over again on everything that I'm doing. So we've got the viral videos going. Every single video is driving new traffic because Facebook or TikTok pushes your videos to new audiences after new audiences. My followers are building up. I'm going live every once in a while, and I'm talking and inviting them to the webinars that I'm having with these people. And then I'm hosting the webinar and I'm simply moderating the room while another expert's talking. And then I'm offering up the recording access for $11. Guys, $11 took me to $120,000, 5,000 students, 98% reorder rate. Everyone was ordering the video over and over again. Every class, we did 4 classes a week. You guys don't have to do that many. You can do 1 a week. We did 4 classes a week for a month. After every class, people that were ordering were buying the recording. So even for them, they're only paying $44 a week, right? But $44 a week, that adds up to almost $200 a month. My baby is smiling at me. She loves that I'm doing so good, huh? And I want that for you guys because this allowed me to go through the process of traveling all over the world. So step 5, drive the traffic back to your Facebook group. We saw that link in my bio in my picture I just shared with you guys. Redirect all traffic from the videos back to the group. When they get to the group, you have membership questions, which in the next course, I'll show you guys how to set up your membership questions, not only for Facebook to give you free leads, but so that those membership questions convert, because that's where you're going to collect your email and your SMS list. So this is your first funnel because you don't actually have to go use technology to go build out a funnel. This does the work for you. If you use Facebook properly, you use TikTok properly, there's your video sales letter. There's your opt-in, right? And then you get people in your community, and that's where your culture fire is set up. This blueprint is all you need to do to lay $1 million foundation for your business. I've done it over and over again. So now that we've got everybody in the community and we've got their email and their social or their text number, we establish our email marketing and SMS campaigns. Develop your email marketing and SMS strategies to foster deeper relationship with your members. Use your email list to make small offers to your now large audience. By this stage, you have generated enough income to start traveling. Okay, literally, I'm in El Salvador right now. I'm in Bitcoin capital of the world right now. I'm sitting here living my dreams. We're on a Costa del Sol in at the beach right now. My child is outside playing in the longest pool in El Salvador. My baby's in my lap making these really cute noises. And the beach is in walking distance. And we're going to walk right out the outside of the house and go to the beach here in a minute after I put this up for you guys to be able to watch. But what I want to invite you guys to do is join me in this process. Every single layer, from the Facebook group to your how to do your TikTok, how to set up your brand aesthetic, how to structure your email and SMS campaigns so you don't actually have to pay for those. All of this stuff is free, you guys. You just have to do the blueprint. And so I want to invite you to follow this process. If you know how to do these things and you just needed to know how to put it in order and this video was helpful enough for you, rock on, go ahead, apply it and tell me how it did for you. But for those of you guys who are wanting to walk with me and know exactly how I did it, you can literally steal my entire framework for this, all my blueprints, my scripts, my contracts, every aspect of my statuses that I post in the groups, literally how to fill up your Facebook groups with people who are highly engaged, right? Because I went through the process of creating the group. I drove traffic from TikTok, but I also drove some traffic from Facebook communities. And so those people were already there engaging and they knew how to behave in a Facebook group. And then when I dumped that TikTok traffic on top of it, like I said, it was like gasoline on my wildfire. It just blew up. And then with your webinar structure, how to structure those webinars so that you're creating a super fun place, right, to be on the internet. That's why people come back to me and Mark's meetings all the time. We can host a meeting every single day. People will show up at the same time, ready to party, their camera on, and they're smiling. Why? Because we have a fun place for people to be, and people would rather be with us, learning ways to benefit their family, structure their estate, build wealth, know how to turn their family into a bank, know how to have their trust and estate set up so they can travel through and have foreign or offshore accounts. All the things that people don't even get to know about that are like me and you, that started from wherever the heck you came from. And those people show up every single day to work with us because I facilitated this blueprint I just shared with you, and it's fun to be there. All right. So you're going to get our webinar blueprint, how to host a fun meeting, what to do with those recordings so that they automatically are delivered. We pay, if we ever have a PayPal dispute, which I think we've had like 19 total out of all the courses that we sold. And I'm telling you guys, I don't know the exact number right now, and I'll look it up. So I actually have these statistics, but thousands and thousands and thousands of these things. We've never lost a dispute. Why? Because all of our systems are automated. So we're like, no, they got their product. They've watched this much of it. We can see all those metrics. So you guys, all the things to not only set it up, to let it run for you in automation. We have all the social media scheduling, the content, how to be able to do this for, you guys can do this for 364 days, the whole year. And from that process, then you launch your business and your product because you'll know how you can best serve your people. So I hope the baby noises pleased you. I hope this was really, really freaking helpful. What I'm going to go ahead and do is on this page, I'm going to let you guys get involved with me for the mentorship protocol for $97. Okay. Go ahead and grab this thing. It's going to unlock the course for you. It's going to unlock a course for you that's going to go over the whole thing in depth. So I'm going to walk through like my blueprints personally, and then I'm going to make an individual course blueprint for each phase of it. So you guys can see how that's done. Hey, yo, sister. What are you doing? So you guys can see how that's done. You're going to get all of my scripts, my messaging scripts, my post statuses, my viral statuses that I utilize to build my authority, how to structure your Facebook profile so that you show up as an expert in your space, how to craft your video sales letters, which is essentially your webinars are structured as a video sales letter. So even though you have a guest speaker, you're still going to utilize certain tactics in that webinar to convert at the end, how to send out the email at the end so that people want to purchase, how to do your 28 video series, how to structure your brand aesthetic so that people always recognize you and want to engage with you when they see you, how to go through the process of automating your Facebook community so that all of those leads are delivered to your email list immediately and then receive the freebie that they're there so they automatically can start consuming your content, getting involved in your offers, and then how to build your omnipresence on social media so that everybody knows how and where to find you and how to continue buying. I hope that this was super fun for you guys to watch, and I'm excited to see you on the other side. And grab my go grab my framework, go put this blueprint to work, and let's get you those results.